Once you finally reach the Jewish Museum, one of the largest and most remarkable in Europe, you will notice the impressive and striking modern building of the museum, designed by architect Daniel Libeskind, who states that, quote, "The new design, which was created a year before the Berlin Wall came down, was based on three conceptions that form the museum's foundation. First, the impossibility of understanding the history of Berlin without understanding the enormous intellectual, economic, and cultural contribution made by the Jewish citizens of Berlin. Second, the necessity to integrate physically and spiritually the meaning of the Holocaust into the consciousness and memory of the city of Berlin. Third, that only through the acknowledgement and incorporation of this erasure and void of Jewish life in Berlin can the history of Berlin and Europe have a human future." End quote. The architecture of Libeskind's masterpiece is not only visually impressive, but also emotionally moving and stirring. The building does not only include exhibition spaces, but also a Holocaust void, which is comprised of completely empty space surrounded by immense concrete walls. When entering the void, the ground is not visible, due to the fact that 10,000 iron faces designed by Israeli artist Menashe Kadishman are scattered throughout the entire space in memory of those murdered during the Holocaust. Visitors are encouraged to walk on the faces, which results in a bone-chilling rattling. Libeskind designed the museum so that it would be necessary to pass through the void in order to reach a different wing of the museum. Another unique aspect of Libeskind's architectural complex is the Garden of Exile, which is intended to evoke the experience of those Jews who were forced to leave their homes in Europe and live in exile during the Second World War. The garden is comprised of 49 concrete columns which are arranged in a square formation on a 12-degree gradient. When first seeing and entering the garden, it is difficult to detect the slope, which is extremely disorienting. This was exactly Libeskind's intention when he designed the garden. He wanted people to get a taste of the confusion and disarray that Jews leaving their homes experienced. The architect decided that there should be trees growing out of the top of the columns in order to represent a sense of hope. The rest of the museum walks viewers through a comprehensive history of Jewish life in Germany by exhibiting personal objects and relaying individual stories in addition to many other things.